like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy.
Hey guys, Angus, and today I'm going to give you a tutorial on what to do if your DSLR microphone jack port breaks. Now don't worry, because I've got a really cheap and easy solution. Now this really baffles me firstly, because I can't find a single tutorial on YouTube or the internet on what to do. I've found forums about what to do if your mic port breaks, but I just can't find anything legit or solid. And I just can't understand it. You know, DSLRs are so popular around the world. You know, they're probably shipped, you know, thousands of units a day. And, you know, and it's like, are you really telling me that nobody's come across this problem? Now, for those that are new visitors, which you likely are, I'm a video producer and I've been making YouTube videos for well over 5 years now. And my god, I absolutely love making YouTube videos. And actually I've been getting into making short films as well, but I've kind of put that aside. But just making, you know, reviews and unboxings and tutorials as well is my thing. And of course, that has all been shot on a DSLR. Now, originally I was using a Nikon D3200, but then I actually upgraded to a Nikon D5300, which is what you're looking at now. And then I actually upgraded my microphone as well a couple of years ago. And I upgraded to the Rode Go mic, and that was a really great decision. I absolutely love this mic. But the problem was about a couple of weeks ago, I just plugged it in and it just stopped working. Yeah, the mic port wouldn't work. No! The way I could tell was because obviously firstly when I was recording it, I would always check, whenever I record videos, I always check that the audio is working, because I've had audio problems in the past. And I was checking it and the microphone just wasn't being picked up by the DSLR. Of course I tested the microphone in computers and it worked fine, so obviously my DSLR was the problem. And that really sucks, because I've got a £600 camera, £60 mic, and you know, the mic's useless. Right, so the first thing I'm going to go over is the alternatives. So of course the first thing you can do is use your built-in microphone in your camera. Now for anyone that's owned a DSLR, you'll know that this is not the way forward, because for some reason the microphone in DSLRs are absolutely dreadful. However, of course, you know, if you're doing it, you know, quite rarely, maybe the built-in mic might be good enough for you. However, if you're thinking of you know, recording a lot of videos like me, then, you know, please don't even dare using the built-in mic. But it's an alternative, because of course if your microphone port is broken, then you can't use an external mic. Now, the second option is actually using another device, and that is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm still using my regular microphone, however I'm recording from my iPad, but I'll get onto that in a minute. Well, I'll do that at the last. Of course, a third option is using a USB microphone and say plugging that into a USB tablet or a computer and recording it at the same time, but of course that can get, you know, confusing and cause complications. And of course, I think the last option is a wireless mic, but to be honest, I don't think that's a good option. It's not cheap as well. So, the cheapest option is number 2, which is what I mentioned, and that's using another device to actually record it. Now, yeah, that will be difficult because it means that you will have to sync your audio with your DSLR footage. Now, again, you know, if your microphone is broken, if your mic jack port is broken, you don't really have a choice. You can either replace the microphone port, get it repaired, which is expensive, or replace the camera, and that's also expensive. However, for about £3, you can fix this. So of course, this is my Rode Go mic, as I mentioned before, and it plugs in with a 3.5mm jack. Now what I did is, I was watching another video, I believe it was kind of a tutorial, but it wasn't very clear, and yeah, you get this cable, and it basically forces your iPad to think of it as an actual microphone. Now the confusing thing is, whenever I get my microphone, just with a regular audio cable, and plug it into a, say a phone or a tablet, it doesn't pick it up. But for some reason, with this cable, it does. I don't know why. It might be because maybe it's not like a compatible microphone cable, it's just an audio cable. But for some reason, it just doesn't be picked up. But for £3 you can get this cable, and you can plug this into almost any device with a 3.5mm jack, and you can start recording audio. So all of this audio right now is being recorded off my iPad, not the microphone, but my iPad is recording the audio. It's like taking all the data from this microphone sticking it on there, and then I can, save it, or I can, do whatever I want with it. And in this case, I'm overlapping it with the video. Now, what I started doing is using a app called the Rode Recorder app. Now, don't use that because that's useless. One option actually is using the built-in camera app into your phone. Now, this is really weird because you can't really tell if it's recording or not. All you have to do is just record it with the cable and just check it over. Now, so that's one option. Now, the first thing I actually did was recording an entire video of just audio, but of course I had to record video as well on the iPad, and I used that for one of my reviews. Now that's quite frustrating because I'm recording a lot of video which is totally unnecessary. And on the side we've got two buttons, which is the sleep wake button and the volume rocker, and then on the top we've got two ports, which one is the micro USB port and also the headphone port as well. On the back, of course, we've got the camera lens and also a very, very small LED flash. However, what I then realised is then I could actually use the video from the iPad as well to overlap it, and I actually did that as well, and I used that in a unboxing for the JustPod QY19 headphones. And there we are. That's what we got in the box. So first thing, this looks like earbuds. However, then what I didn't realise is that there's another actual proper app, and this is called Recorder, and instead of just recording unnecessary footage, you just record the audio, and there it is. It's really easy to use. I'm going to put this in the link description. None of this is sponsored, by the way. This is all, this is all just telling by me, because people need to know that this is a really cheap and easy solution. And then I record from there, and it seems to work fine. So yeah. If you have any problems with this, of course, you can like my Facebook page, and you can also personally message me on my Facebook page as well. Of course, you can drop any comments in the comment section below. I mean, there's loads of other ideas as well. You can even go to my Instagram, which is AJD_HD, or you can go to my main Instagram, which is AngusDavidson15, and message me on there if you like. If you have any problems with this. But yeah, that's just the main cheap solution, is getting this cable, and then you can actually record it with another device. It is difficult for some people because you don't want to do that. However, that's the way forward, and that's the cheapest option. What's also cool is that because this is now recording with a iPad, well, because this is recording with another device, it theoretically means that this microphone is now portable, because I can pick this up, move around the house, and it will still be working as long as I keep it synced to the video. So yeah, this will be really interesting to see how I use this for short films, because of course when you're recording with a cable attached to the DSLR, you can't move it. You could theoretically get a 10-meter cable, but again, that's still using a cable from the DSLR to the microphone. Now with this, I can walk around, and yeah, you get the point. So of course, if you did find this tutorial helpful, then definitely be sure to give this video a thumbs up. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Android 5.5, which I originally thought was running Android Marshmallow, but it isn't. But still, it's running a very recent version of Android. So as you can see from the display, the colours are really vibrant, and they really, really stand out. I just really cannot understand how Qbot have actually managed to pull off this for such little money. This truly might be the best Android smartphone under £100. Now, of course, we've got all these standard apps.